From AccuWeather.com, this is AccuWeather Daily, a brief host-read article. It's weather news in a nutshell. While a coastal storm brought some needed rain to parts of the mid-Atlantic earlier this week, the prospects for widespread soaking rain are very limited for much of the east into next week. The same dip in the jet stream and large wedge of dry air that has protected the Atlantic and Gulf coasts from organized tropical systems and limited rainfall over much of the eastern third of the nation in recent weeks will continue to dominate the weather pattern through at least this weekend. The dryness has been building and expanding since early August to the point where there are patches of moderate to severe drought. The reduction of Gulf moisture during the second half of the summer has been significant compared to the first half. Humidity levels were consistently very high from June through much of July. The excess humidity triggered flash flood incidents nearly daily in the eastern half of the nation. The number of thunderstorms typically dwindles significantly during the latter part of the summer and into the fall. Storms during this period tend to occur when a strong storm system or front is moving through, and even then, there is no guarantee there will be thunder and lightning due to limited moisture and much lower energy from the sun. A cool front dropping across the northeast into Friday would typically set off a significant amount of thunderstorm activity if it occurred in June. But with no Gulf moisture coming in, only a limited number of thunderstorms and showers are expected. Dry conditions are in store for stock car racing activities in New Hampshire this weekend. Campers are urged to use extreme caution with open flames and sparks due to the tender, dry conditions. Even though evaporation rates are much lower in mid-September compared to mid-June, very limited rainfall has caused many lawns to turn brown and enter winter dormancy weeks earlier than the historical average. The prolonged dryness has stressed many trees, causing leaves to change color prematurely and drop quickly. Those planning road trips to view fall foliage may need to move their trip forward or shift their travels farther south as the leaf change is ahead of average in many areas due to drought conditions. The lack of rain is becoming serious in parts of the northeastern and central U.S., with some small streams drying up and larger rivers reduced to a fraction of their usual flow. The lack of rain is affecting hay production, which many farmers rely on to feed their livestock during the winter. The deepening drought is affecting agriculture and fishing, and it may soon impact drinking water supplies as water tables drop and levels in wells and reservoirs decline in the region. AccuWeather's Chad Merrill said that the groundwater levels in West Virginia are near or even lower than last year during the exceptional historical drought that peaked last year around this time. In addition to the east, Missouri and Arkansas are starving for moisture, where farmers have just about given up. Some impacts are already being felt on the Mississippi River with a narrowing and shallowing of the shipping channel. Mississippi River levels are forecast to drop even more in the coming days before stabilizing or possibly turning around a bit. Levels are not quite as extreme as those of 2023 or 2022 in most areas just yet. There are some signs of a pattern change that should at least favor moisture flow from the Gulf into the central states. Some moisture has allowed thunderstorms over the Great Plains in the past couple of weeks, and that trend should shift farther to the east next week. There are some of the secondary rivers over the plains that are adequately watered. Rivers in South Dakota, such as the Bad, Big Sioux, and James, are experiencing minor flooding in some sections. One spot that will have no trouble getting rain is the central and southern part of Florida, where thunderstorms will rumble almost daily into next week. Much of the Florida peninsula has been the prime spot for rain in September. As of the 17th, Orlando has picked up 6.35 inches, nearly double its historical average for the month to date. Farther south, Miami has been even wetter, with 14.3 inches of rain for the same period, which is about 2.5 times the historical average. In contrast, Tampa has managed to avoid the downpours, with 56/100ths of an inch representing only about 9% of the historical average for the entire month. The dryness becomes more extreme over the northern counties of the peninsula and through the Florida Panhandle. There has been only 0.3 of an inch of rain in Jacksonville. Gainesville has received only 0.03 of an inch. And it has not rained a drop in Tallahassee all month long. That's all for now. You can find more regional forecasts and science-based articles at AccuWeather.com. And for your local forecast at your fingertips, download the AccuWeather app. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. I'll be back tomorrow with more from AccuWeather.